Good evening, and today I will be playing Carrier Duel in the Pacific, a game designed by Yasushi Nakaguro and published by Bonsai Games as a free brilliant play games. I didn't do a tutorial video, but I think I will do that later. This is just a playthrough, so yes, I will be using the original rules, yeah, because there are some house rules on board game geek, but I will using one house rules by Rod for historical purpose. It's just simply a sunk and damage carrier priority list. Okay, so only that house rule. I think it won't affect the gameplay too much because all the carriers in the game are the same. Yep, the only difference is that they have a different name and they belong to two different sides, and that's it. So yeah, this is a light war game, but with a very deep rules as I play. So I think this is a really good war game, a light war game, really good. So I will play through one game. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to do a tutorial video on showing you how to play, but I mean the game is quite easy. Yeah, but I will try, I think. Okay, so the first turn the Japanese always have the initiative to go first, so I will move Shokaku and Zukaku here into Eastern Solomons. I won't use Kidobutai over here first because the special rules is still applied. There's a special rule. It states that if the first time a Japanese carrier is sunk in that game, then all of the carriers in that task force are also sunk. This rule is um, dangerous for the Japanese player because it reminds of the loss of the Japanese fleet in the Battle of Midway. So yeah, just some historical purpose, but you can see in the rules. So yeah, so I will try to sacrifice the small career task force first to so that the rules can no longer apply yeah, because that rules is only once, yeah, only be applied once if the Japanese sink the first carrier in that game. Okay, so next turn, roll for initiative for both sides. The US got the initiative. I will move Lexington and Yorktown over here to force a combat over here. Okay, next turn, roll for initiative. The US got the initiative, but yeah, there's a carrier adjacent. There are enemy carriers adjacent to the US carrier, so they must conduct a carrier versus carrier combat. So yeah, each roll die and combine the result with the carriers attending the battle. So 5 plus 2 is 7 for the Japanese and 2 plus 2 is 4 for the US. So the Japanese win and win by 7-4. That is not a major battle or big battle in the rules. I would like to use the term like major victory and minor victory. Okay, so yeah, this is just a minor victory for the Japanese. So the US fleet will have one carrier being damaged. So I will check the list. So Yorktown will be the carrier being damaged first. Yorktown is damaged. I put Yorktown into the, I believe these are the zone for placing the damaged carrier, and the remaining carriers lost the battle, so it has to be retreat to the home base, and the Japanese carrier won the battle, so can we can retreat to one of the two base, the home base or the forward operating base. So I choose the forward operating base because these base, the both forward operating base of two sides are very important. They are much closer to Eastern Solomon, where most of the airfields are around this area. So these are a very strategic position for both sides. Okay, so next turn, again, roll for initiative. The Japanese. Okay, and this fleet will continue to enter Eastern Solomons because all of the US fleets are on home base, so they are kind of far away. Okay. New turn, roll for initiative. The US got the initiative, so I can split up. I think I will move 3 carriers to here, and I keep Lexington at Pearl Harbor in case of the Japanese main carrier forces, the Kido Butai, wants to attack Midway. I will try to stop them. It's just one carrier, but yeah, it's okay. New turn, roll for initiative. The US got the initiative, so in this case the US is adjacent to a Japanese airfield, but this fleet, the US fleet, cannot attack this airfield because there are currently a Japanese fleet which is adjacent to their airfield. So basically these fleet are protecting their airfield, but the US can conduct a carrier versus carrier combat with the Japanese fleet over here. It's not a must, just a may, or the US can move. But I think why not? Let's the US fleet will conduct a carrier versus carrier combat with the Japanese fleet over here. Both are roll die. Oh, so 5 plus 2 is 7, and 1 plus 3 is 4. So once again the US fleet lost the battle, and this is a minor victory for the Japanese. So the US fleet will have one carrier being damaged. So let's see what it is. So Enterprise will be damaged, okay, and the rest of the fleet will go back to the home base again, and the Japanese fleet will be retreated into one of two bases. Player choice. So once again I choose to retreat to the forward operating base. New turn, roll for initiative. The Japanese got the initiative again. The old plan, why not? The Japanese fleet at Eastern Solomons want to attack the airfield at Guadalcanal and then enter Coral Sea and threaten the airfield on Port Moresby. Initiative, this is 4. Oh, the Japanese are lucky. So yeah, the Japanese fleet will attack the US airfield on Guadalcanal. So the airfield side will +1 to the die roll. So plan was 1 + 1 is 2, and 5 + 2 is 7. So the US lost this airfield, replace it with a Japanese airfield tokens like that, and the winner, the carriers that won the battle always retreat. Okay, new turn again. Roll for initiative, and the Japanese still won the initiative. Once again, they want to enter Coral Sea for Port Moresby, the airfield. A new turn, they still got the initiative. New turn, the US now got the initiative. All three carriers will threaten Marshall Islands airfield over here. Okay, roll for initiative. It's a draw, so yeah, an event occurs. So the time is on 0, so 4 + 0 is 4. We will check the event number 4, and I remember that the event number 4 is the next turn the US player will take the initiative. Okay, and after an event, the US side will repair all of the damaged carriers, and the Japanese side can only repair one of the damaged carriers, and all of the damaged carriers which are being repaired will appear at the home base of each side. Okay, so yeah, the US will fix 2 of their damaged carrier and place them on their home base. Yep, this rule is another like a historical accurate to show that like in the actual world the US industry is very powerful compared to the Japan. So yep, they can fix all of the damaged carriers while Japan can only fix one. So yeah, and after the event, damaged carriers are fixed, and the time marker goes 1 space, so from 0 to 1. And now we get to the next turn, and remember the effect of the event just happened. The US player will have the initiative, so this fleet, they will have this fleet attacking this airfield. Okay, so 5 + 3 is 6, and 1 + 1 is 2, so of course the Japanese lost this airfield. The next turn, roll for initiative. The Japanese got the initiative. Shokaku and Sukaku will move 1 space, entering Coral Sea, and threaten the airfield at Port Moresby. Alright, next turn, initiative. The Japanese got the initiative. They will attack the airfield on Port Moresby. Okay. Ooh, so this is a draw. 1 + 2 is 3, and 2 + 1 is also 3, so it's a draw. So a draw means nothing happened. The fleet can retreat to either base, so I choose the FOB at truck, and the airfield, nothing happened. The new turn, initiative roll. The Japanese got the initiative again. So once again, let's try doing something different this time. If right now the Japanese decided to use Kido Butai, like 4 force 4 carriers, that might be a little bit risky. How about we separating them? So Akagi and Kaga will move towards Midway. Leave Soryu and Hiryu at the home base. Remember the special rule that I mentioned earlier? If the first time a Japanese carrier is sunk, So yeah, all of the carriers in that task force are also sunk. Okay, so the new turn. Initiative roll. The Japanese guy win. So Akagi and Kaga will move over here to threaten Midway. New turn, initiative roll. The US got the initiative. This fleet can move over here to force Akagi and Kaga into a battle, or over here to force a battle. Yeah, let's come over here. The US fleets move over here to force a battle. Alright, new turn. Initiative roll. The US got the initiative, but yes, there are enemy carriers adjacent, so must conduct a carrier versus carrier battle. So yeah. Okay, so 3 US carrier, 3 plus 6 is 9, and 4 plus 2 is 6. So this is a minor victory for the US. So the Japanese fleet will be damaged 1 carrier, but also a special rules that a die roll with the result of 8 plus will also sink an additional enemy carrier. So combine the result, this Japanese fleet will be damaged 1 and sunk 1. So I will check the list. Sunk. So Shokaku will be sunk. If sunk, it is out of the game. And Zuikaku will be damaged. Move it to the repair zone. The US fleet won the battle can retreat to either base. So yeah, I choose here. New turn. Initiative. The Japanese win the initiative. Oh, I just realized I just forgot about the special rules. Oh yeah. So yes, the first time that a Japanese carrier is sunk, the rest of the carriers are also sunk in that fleet. Okay, so I forgot. I just realized that. Sorry. So yeah, so both fleets are sunk. Yeah, one carrier is sunk, and then the rest is follows. Yeah. So now this special rules is no longer in play. Yeah, this is just like the once per game. So yeah, so this rules is now no longer be applied to the game. Okay, I will start again. Roll for initiative. The Japanese won the initiative. Akagi and Kaga will attack Midway. Roll dice. 5 plus 2 is 7, and 3 was 1 is 4. So yes, the Japanese got this airfield. And the winner, the carrier that wins the battle, retreat to either base. I choose trunk. New turn. Initiative roll. I'm sorry if there are some misplay. Yeah. Okay, so the US got the initiative. Let's bring is this Enterprise? Yes, Enterprise in Yorktown. Over here. No, over here. To retake Midway. I shouldn't move over here because if the next turn the Japanese won the initiative, they can move here to force a battle. But not here. Okay, not here. New turn. Initiative roll. The US won the initiative. Okay, they will attack Midway as planned. Okay, so they won 8 and 6. They retake the airfield at Midway. New turn, initiative roll. So Akagi and Kaga will move into Eastern Solomons to try and retaking the airfield at Marshall Island. Okay, new turn, initiative roll. The US won. 3 US fleet over here will force a combat. Will move over here and force a combat. Okay. New turn. The US got the initiative and must conduct a carrier combat. Okay, so combat. Okay, so 6 plus 3 is 9, and 5 plus 2 is 7. So the US fleet won a minor victory, and with the special rules, a die roll 8 plus and a results in a Japanese carrier sink. So the total result of the battle is a one Japanese carrier is damaged and the other is sunk. So according to the priority list, so Kaga will be sunk. Okay, so Kaga is out of the game. The Japanese have lost 3 carriers so far, and Akagi is damaged. The winner fleet goes back to the Ada base. Okay, start new turn. Initiative roll. The US got the initiative, moved into Eastern Solomons to retake 2 Japanese airfield over here. If they did, they might win. The objective of the game is to take all 5 airfields at any time of the game, or to take more airfield than your opponents when the event 9 or 10 occurs. Okay, new turn, initiative roll. The Japanese got the initiative. We move Soryu and Hiryu to over here to try to to fight back the US fleet. Initiative roll for new turn. Again they won. They will come to here and they force a battle too. Why not? Okay, new turn. The US got the initiative, but they must conduct a battle over here. Okay, so 6 plus 3 is 9, and 1 plus 3 is 1 plus 2 is 3. Wow, the Japanese are suffering like heavy casualties over here. So 9 to 3. First, the US won a major victory, result in a Japanese fleet is sunk and a Japanese fleet is damaged. But the special rules, that result is 8 plus, so one additional Japanese carrier is sunk. So combine the result, both of these Japanese carriers are also sunk. So they are the Japanese have lost like their main forces. The Japanese no longer have any carriers active. 5 carriers are sunk and 1 are damaged, while the US still got their 5 carriers like new. They won the battle. They retreat to one of their base. We start a new turn. They won the initiative. They move into here again to try to take the remaining captures of the Japanese. New turn, initiative roll. They won initiative. The US fleet will attack the airfield on Guadalcanal. Let's see. Yes, so 3 plus 3 is 6 and 1 plus 1 is 2. So yeah, the Japanese lost this airfield as well. And then there are only 1 airfield left. This might be the end for the Japanese player. Draw, so it's an event. So 6 plus 1 is 7. So event 7 is a Japanese ground airfield will attack a US airfield adjacent to it if possible. So yes, it's possible. So this Japanese airfield will attack the airfield in Port Moresby. So yeah, both roll a die and +1 for each result. And yes, 4 and 3. Yes, so the Japanese retake this airfield. And after an event, carriers are repaired and placed in home base, and the time marker goes up 1 space. Now the Japanese only got Akagi left, the last carrier standing. Okay, new turn. Event again, so 3 plus 2 is 5. So event number 5 is the US will take the initiative the next turn. And again, carrier fix, move the time marker into 1 space, and the next turn the US got the initiative. They will attack the airfield on Rabaul. Okay, so 6 plus 1 is 7, and 5 plus 3 is 8. So yes, they take the airfield on Rabaul. New turn, initiative roll. The Japanese won. The last standing carrier move forward. New turn, initiative. The Japanese, they will force a combat too. Okay, they fight with what they got. It is 1 versus 3. Okay. Okay, the US got the initiative, but they must conduct a carrier combat. So let's see. Wow, so 5 plus 1 is 6, and 1 plus 3 is 4. So yep, the Japanese, the last carrier, the Akagi, won a minor victory against 3 US carriers. So one of them will be damaged. So according to the list, according to the list over here, we will got Lexington, Hornet, Sagatora. Sagatora will be damaged first. Okay, Sagatora is damaged, and the rest of the US fleet will have to retreat to their home base, and Akagi can retreat to either base. I will choose truck. Can the Japanese come back? Because now Akagi and can move into Eastern Solomons and trying to retake as much airfield as possible. Let's see what happened. New turn, initiative roll. An event again. 3 plus 3 is 6. And yes, nice, event number 6, E-class submarine. So one US carrier will be sink immediately, and this is the a once per game event. Okay, so I will check the list. So Sagatora is sunk, so Lexington will be sunk next. So here, this is Lexington over here. The I-class submarine attacked and sunk Lexington in its home base. But yeah, after an event, carrier is fixed, Sagatora is fixed again, and the time marker move once. Okay, after the event, it doesn't say anything about who will take the initiative. So yeah, at the start of the turn, just roll for initiative at normal. Another event, very nice. 4 plus 4 is 6. 4 plus 4 is 8. And the event number 8, it is a Japanese airfield will attack an adjacent US airfield. So here, this Japanese airfield will attack the US airfield on Guadalcanal. This is a chance for the Japanese. Can they make a comeback? Yes, they won. 5 and 4. They retake Guadalcanal. New turn, roll for initiative. The US got the initiative. they will move Yorktown and Enterprise to try to stop the last Japanese carrier from retaking the airfield. This is getting intense. New turn, roll for initiative. The Japanese got the initiative. Akagi will attack the US airfield on Rabo. Let's go. Yes, so 4 and 3. The Japanese retake this airfield. Very nice. So now the Japanese are holding 3 airfields. They just need to defend it until the event 9 or 10 occurs. New turn. The US got the initiative. The US will force a combat to try to push Akagi away. Yeah, new turn. Again, so yeah, the US got the initiative, but they have to conduct a combat. Okay, so 5 plus 2 is 7, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So yeah, this is a major victory for the US fleet because 7 to 3. Yeah, so Akagi, the last carrier of the Imperial Japanese Navy, is sunk. Oh no, yes. And now the winning US fleet will retreat back to Fiji. Okay, so now if the event 9 or 10 occurs, then game over. The Japanese won because they still have 3 airfields left. Now the US fleet will have to try their best to retake only one of the 3 airfields. New turn, roll for initiative. The Japanese won the initiative, but they have no more fleet, and yet they can't do anything. Okay, they didn't lose the game yet because they still got more airfields than the US player. Okay, once again, new turn, initiative. 5. Oh, this is 5. Yes, 5. So 5 plus 4 is 9, and the 9 or 10, which means game over. Okay, so game over. The Japanese control 3 airfields while the US control 2. That means the Japanese won the game. Yay! Oh my god, such a game. Yeah, the Japanese lost all of their 6 carriers, but they still managed to win. Watching it, what a good game. Okay, I'm glad that I record this. Very good game. So yeah, that's it. That is the carrier duel in the Pacific. I think this is a very good liked small war games, but yeah, it's very fun to play, and I really enjoy it. Yep, there are so many like historical flavors which I can see in the rules, but yeah, they are very deeply rules. So yeah, I really like it. Okay, so that's it. I will be maybe planning on making a tutorial video. I don't know, but yeah. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Good night.